Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Tommy. Welcome back to Hood Tales, and today I got a banger for you guys. This is the story of how me and my friend took acid. Both of our parents found out, but my parents didn't give a shit. So let's get right into this video. In this video, there are two characters in the story. Myself, obviously, and my one friend who we're going to call Andy. And so me and Andy, we have been friends since the 7th grade, and we're still friends as of now. So we're really good friends. So for the longest time, he was a straight edge kid. I finally got him to smoke weed, and then now finally, after a long time, I convinced him to do acid. So basically, he asked, like, what are the feelings gonna be like? I pretty much told him, I was like, imagine taking 1,000 milligram edible and having some, like, minor visual effects, which is an awful way to explain it. But that's why I told him, and I guess it sounded intriguing enough to him that he wanted to try it. Or maybe it was because peer pressure, I don't know. But anyways, I hit up my one friend because he has a really good psychedelics connect. So I just get a tab for myself and a tab for him. I don't like doing more than one tab. I've never done more than one tab. I think that's all I need. And so yeah. So the day came. My friend drove over to my house. Now, luckily for me, I'm fortunate enough to live in a very big house, and so with our house there is a whole separate guest house that is separated from the whole house, so you have to go out the front door and to get into the guest house. So it's not, any way to get in there, pretty much, unless if you go out the front door. So anyways, so we, just chilling in there. My mom's not gonna bother us. She already knows that we smoke weed. She doesn't care because my dad got me stuff, so it didn't matter if my friend smoked or if I smoked. It was more of don't do hard drugs. But anyways, so we around 8 o'clock we dose, and it's just, for me, the normal come-up feeling, that really good feeling in your body. At least I like the feeling in that my body, kind of like a body high, I guess you would say. Some people actually don't like it. I enjoy it a lot. And then, then, to be honest, the trip wasn't really anything crazy. I wasn't trying to make it anything crazy, because it's his first time doing something other than weed. And he was probably only smoking weed for, just not that long, So I was like, shit. So I didn't want to, overwhelm him. So anyways, I was like, hey, why not, I was like, fuck, I just lost my train of thought. I'm just leaving it in here. Fuck editing. So I was just pretty much like, how you feeling? And he was just like, I'm tripping. I was like, I'm fucking weak. I was fucking weak because and the one thing I remember playing, and he hates this. Andy hates this so much. Now, even probably now, if I played this music video, it would probably give him like some PTSD, like flashbacks. I guess I played, the typical LSD by A$AP Rocky. Of course, you gotta play that when you're tripping. So I played that. I was vibing out, but he didn't really say anything. Like he didn't say, shut this shit off. He didn't say anything at the time, or at least I don't remember him saying anything, because I think if he would have mentioned something, I would have turned it off. I'm not going to be a dick, because I know when you're tripping, like this, the tiniest amount of things can put you in a bad trip. but he didn't say anything, so I just thought he was kind of cool with it. But he was kind of quiet throughout the whole trip. He really wasn't saying much. He was kind of like on his phone. I mean, we were always talking, you know, like me and my friend Andy, we're just really big into sports. So he's a big Jordan fan. I'm a LeBron fan, so you already know where that goes. You just have who's better player. Of course, LeBron's the GOAT, you know, no debate. But anyways, that's besides the fact. That was pretty much throughout the whole night. I just watched YouTube, sports highlights, and listen to music. And so probably 5, 6 o'clock comes around. You know, I've coming down, all that. And he was like, you know, I should probably, you know, go to bed or some shit. But he was like, I can't fall asleep. And I don't know what it is, but for me, like, it never crossed my mind. Now, after I did research, I should have done research before, but just for me, doing psychedelics, when I smoked weed during psychedelics, nothing really happened. Maybe I was smoking some booth. I don't know. I was smoking wax. It wasn't butane soup. So, like, I don't know. But, like, but also, though, I have a lot of anxiety, a lot of PTSD, all this extra stuff. So, it would probably affect me differently than a normal person, you know? So, I just thought, like, oh, I'm going to smoke weed, go to bed. But I didn't have any weed. So, Andy, he was like, oh, I got my pipe. And I hate hitting pipes. So, I was like, all right, look. So, now, I live in a gated community. But at the same time, like, my parents don't like the smell of, like joints or blunts or stuff like that. You know, even if we smoke outside, they don't like it because our neighbors are fucking pricks. Like, my one neighbor, this totally off topic, he called the cops on me when I was in 6th grade because I was shooting an airsoft gun. And he thought I was pointing directly at him. Yeah. And the cops came to my house when I was in 6th grade. Yeah, so that's the type of neighbors I live around. Just so we can't smoke outside. So I was like, fuck it, we gotta park up. I was like, because he has to drive. He wanted to go home. I'm like, bro, are you gonna be good to drive? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, well, we'll go smoke. You know, you drive. But, like, I'm going to be honest, like, if, you know, if you're driving shit, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to figure out a way for you to get home because I'm not letting you die, you know? So, anyways, he drove up there completely fine. We got there, I took maybe 2 hits out of the pipe, and I was like, yeah, I fucking hate pipes. I was coughing up a lung. I felt like throwing up. And Andy's over here just fucking chiefing it. And, yeah, so we waited like another 20 minutes and just kind of talked and all that. And then he dropped me back off. And he was still driving fine when he dropped me off because I still paid attention just to see if the weed, you know, might have done anything. But he just seemed fine. He seemed literally fine. He wasn't freaking out. He didn't show any sign of concern. So he drops me off, and at this point I'm tired because the day or two before that I was on an Adderall binge. This was peak Adderall use, taking 30 milligrams a day, snorting them, fucking just doing all types of crazy shit. So I was really tired. So after like 20 minutes after he dropped me off, I passed out. And I don't know how long I was asleep, but I just get you know, on my door. I was like, okay. I was like, it's my mom. So I was like, come in. So she was like, hey, what did you and Andy do last night? I was like, well, we smoked weed, and that was about it. Did we leave a mess? I'm sorry. I'd go clean it up. said we didn't smoke any blunts or joints, and she was like, no, Andy's in the hospital. He's like, what did you do? And so I was like, okay. So I was like, she probably knows everything. I was like, well, I did acid last night. And so she was like, you did acid? I was like, yeah. And she was like, well, Andy's in the hospital. I was like, what? I was like, he seemed fine when he dropped me off and when he left. He wasn't panicking. He didn't say anything. And I was like, well, I guess he's in the hospital. And so I just started laughing. I was like, oh my God, I was dying. I'm like, no way. So then I told my mom, I was like, Mom, because she was like, well, did you do any? I was like, Mom, I was like, Mom, remember when I came in earlier and I grabbed those snacks from you? And I wanted to grab a drink or something. And she was like, yeah. I was like, well, I was on acid then. Did I talk differently? Did I seem like out of control? She was like, no. I was like, yeah, I guess Andy can't handle his stuff. And she's like, I guess so. She was like, I guess you can only let him smoke weed. I was fucking dead. I was dead. But yeah, so after that though, I hit him up and I was like, yo, what happened? And Andy pretty much said he had depersonalization where he felt like he wasn't going to come out of the trip. And yeah, and after that, he hasn't done acid since. I did acid one more time and that was it. So that's today's video. I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. Just a lot of personal stuff going on in my life, mental, and just a lot of work. So I can't really give you a time frame of when my next video is going to be, because I do love doing this, but it's just only when I have free time I'm able to do this, and I get off of work early tonight, so that's why I have time to do this. Also, I was thinking of making new type of content, kind of the same content, but me taking some fat dabs, you know, smoking a joint or something, and also discussing marijuana topics. I call myself the drug encyclopedia. If there's any question about a drug, you probably come to me. I probably know a lot about it. Don't ask me how, just I know. So, yeah, that concludes today's video. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a like if you guys do. Subscribe if you want to, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.